What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off is a juicy rumor in that we might be seeing a 3DS remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. And I say that is because a user over on Reddit, yes Reddit, posted a video clip that supposedly revealed Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door 3D. The reason why it's worth mentioning is because it is a video, it's not just some sort of screenshot, as making a leaked video is more difficult to fake. The video clip was taken down, but before that happened, people were able to get GIFs, or GIFs, whatever you want to call it, and screenshots of this supposed leak. But the problem is, even though it is a video clip, ever since the fake leaked footage of Rayman being in Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U, people are a bit more skeptical. And rightly so, because this leaker might have got his idea from the Rayman leaker, so I don't know what to believe. After I watched the GIF several times, I started to think it looked fake, because it looked too simple, there's not a lot going on. But it is clean, I gotta give it that. I don't know how this person on Reddit got a copy of the game, unless he works at Nintendo or something. If that's the case, he's in big doo-doo. But anyways, this supposed leak is certainly interesting. Honestly though, even though Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is a highly esteemed game, I really don't want a 3D remake. Biggest reason being, I already have a copy of the game on the GameCube and I've nearly beat it. I'd rather have a brand spanking new Paper Mario game on the Wii U. I do see why some people would get excited about this because they might not have had the chance to experience the Thousand-Year Door back on the GameCube. If they made a 3DS remake, they would get that chance. I mean, if they made a remake of Super Mario Sunshine, I would be in the same boat because I haven't played Sunshine. I did have the idea that this 3D remake could be a new 3DS exclusive, but then I saw one of the screenshots and the game is being played on a regular 3DS XL, so that thought kind of goes out the window. But with all that rumored yum, go ahead and sound off in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think about this possible 3D remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. If the Paper Mario rumor wasn't enough to get you antsy, we now have some evidence that the regular new 3DS might be releasing in North America. And that evidence being documents that were filed back in September for the new 3DS by the FCC, which is the Federal Communications Commission, who regulates communications by radio, television, satellites, and so on in the United States. Almost half of the documents were just made available to view, and something interesting to note is that there are two different new 3DSs shown. The first one is the system we're familiar with the A, B, X, and Y buttons being colored after the Super Nintendo controller, but the second one is different. The A, B, X, and Y buttons are colored to be in line with the new and Amiibo logos, and the C-stick nub is all black. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the new 3DS is going to get released in North America. It could be that they were thinking about it at one point, but eventually decided against it and just released the XL. But that Amiibo colored new 3DS is certainly interesting. I don't know what's going on with that. The only problem is I don't see why Nintendo would find it to be effective to release the new 3DS months after the new 3DS XL. I mean, people have already spent their money on the new XL. I don't know, maybe they had to delay it because of the West Coast port strike. But if you are one of those people holding out on the new 3DS coming to North America, all hope isn't lost. Now, as for some news that isn't about rumor and speculation, Atlus does a pretty swell job at including free knickknacks with the games that they release. And they're doing just that with Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold: The Fafnir Night. The launch edition of the game, which will be limited to pre-orders and first-run printings, will include an official staff book which has 22 pages of art and QR codes that will unlock some beginner-friendly grimoire stones. And alongside that, it will also include the Fafnir Night Rough Sketch soundtrack, which is a CD soundtrack of early versions of the music from the game. So if you're planning to pick up Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold when it releases this summer in North America, this is just icing on the cake. But if you were planning to, maybe this will give you an incentive to do so. I mean, who doesn't like free stuff? You just have to buy the game, which isn't free, which in that case, it's not free. Cripes! And as a way to round this video off, we have another game coming to the Wii U courtesy of Kickstarter, and this time it's Enlighten Games' The Song of Seven. The Song of Seven was recently funded on Kickstarter, and it harkens back to old school point-and-click inventory-based adventure-type puzzle games. But here, you'll instead be using third-person analog controls instead of point-and-clicking. The Song of Seven is supposed to be a story-driven game, and this is only Chapter 1, and there's supposed to be 7 chapters, and along the way the characters will grow. As in Chapter 1, the main character will be a teenager, but in succeeding chapters, he'll turn into a full-fledged adult. And if the Song of Seven looks intriguing to you, Chapter 1 will be releasing on the Wii U in February of 2016. And that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. And you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. But I will talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!